members surviving. 390 points. The next team still on 210. They have a tremendous lead.
Massive lead coming out from Ocean Gaming here. Interestingly enough, this is the second map, but we have a nighttime map coming out. This actually changes things strategically in terms of attachments especially. Suddenly things like the flash hider, the smoke hider for SMGs become a little bit more valuable because it protects you from giving away your position with flashes. Yep. Obviously you can still have the sound, but sometimes the sight is a really important aspect too. We have a lot of the teams grouped up around that Bitter Lake area this time round, and we'll have to see if we see any early fights.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this one is going to pan out, and also I'm just curious to see whether the strategies are going to be the same as we saw in game number 1. Obviously, we've been talking about the North American teams completely spreading out across the map, whereas our European teams staying a little bit closer to one another. Look at this, just hiding under the water, actually. As, we'll have to see how that one's going to pan out. Car appear to be fairly separated as a team.
They're heading towards Rust Bay. They're actually taking this point, and I think there must have been a plane drop that didn't really favor a Rust Bay drop itself, and you can actually see now they are heading directly into that very high volume loot location of Rust Bay. It's something that they did last time. You saw them on the north side of this Rust Bay map, looting all of these houses. They have a very similar loot pattern coming out this time round. On the other side, though, you can see is this RW90. Again, they are actually reciprocating a little bit further north than they were previously, but look like they're heading down towards that exact same south location, other side of Rust Bay that they were previously as well.
I'm trying to look out for the two North American teams. Looks like both Vainglory Veterans and Team Secret spreading out again, so going with that same strategy of trying to just dodge the other teams as long as possible.
I'm going to I'll touch on this tactic very briefly because I don't want to talk about it as much as I did in the previous game. What they do is they collect medical kits, they collect first aid kits, they collect bandages, they collect energy drinks. They then all group up outside the zone, deliver all of those to one member, and they tank the zone until the very end. It's a boring strategy, but it is effective at getting you towards the top 5. And actually, Munchables very aptly pointed out that for 4th position, you walk away with $10,000 US each, and right now Vainglory Veterans are in 4th position.
Yeah, so maybe a boring strategy in terms of entertainment value, but if it gets you the prize money, that's what they're looking for here in Shanghai. But it's all about Ocean Gaming. They're the ones that have been really taking it to everyone. I'm curious to see how Rampage will do in this round as well. Obviously, we saw Rampage had a good couple of fights to start the game off, but then that singular member from CC, it was Cheng Nuo, the 4th player on the CC, just single-handedly wiped out that squad. A lot of these teams, I'm curious to see how they'll fare if they go against different opponents earlier on into the game.
So, here we go. Something that we've seen a little bit of over the course of the last game was Xavier Top Secret. We saw them do moderately well. They then got caught into a battle with OG, who wiped them off the face.
They're not the only team.
Not the only team, but they were the first team that OG managed to completely clean up. And you can see here, everybody's still left alive right now.
Yeah, you would hope so as well, right? It's still very early on into the game.
I'm wondering whether you can see... maybe you see the Vainglory Veterans or the Team Secret team take a bit of a risk this time round and try and keep the first circle. Try and keep themselves at the very edge of the first circle so they don't tank as much damage initially. I suppose it's actually negligible, that first circle damage regardless.
Yeah.
But it will be something that interesting to see what changes up. Here we go. Things opening up. Whoa, KM and RW.
Goodness. This is an aggressive play come on through. It's going to be KM caught on his own though. The rest of his team not there to support him. But now Brix is going to arrive.
There we go!
Nice headshot comes on through though. Absolutely taken out. Now RW arriving as well. Going to be able to support their team. But only 2 of these members from KM surviving so far as RW just storming into the situation. Bomb's going to be landing on this zone soon.
Has to be super careful. Kinder Mines and RW now in a massive fight. We're starting to see some flank coming out from Scream. Scream has got a position where he can potentially fire upon the RW lineup, who might not know he's there. He is running in though. He's going to get tagged up.
Yeah, they know he's there, but he's dodging bullets left and right. Not for very long though. He's going to go down. RW, nice teamwork coming through here. And now just one single member of KM remaining. RW even just trying to get rid of the vehicles, just trying to survive the bombing zone. It's actually kind of dangerous for them. Everyone just out in the open while the bombs are coming on through.
Well, they're still going for it.
Looking for revenge at this point. Here we go. Shots coming on through. The bomb did help, but can't quite take the firefight Beautiful shots coming out from the 4th RW player. And RW98, 4v4, and it's a clean ace.
Clean ace, and Kinder Mines will be our first team, the team from the Philippines. The first position team from the APAC qualifiers go out first here, eliminated straight off the bat. That was
shattered.
Yeah, that was a really good play. We've actually got another fight opening up between what looks like, I don't know if this is Team Secret. Is this Team Secret?
Just a singular player from Team Secret manages to grab himself a kill, but will get caught out in the end. Maybe needed to play that a little bit safer instead of rushing for the loot.
Yeah, he probably could have played that a bit safer, and because Team Secret play this strategy of essentially splitting up, he is not going to be rezzed by any of his team. And I think actually you can see SLG are treating this with caution. They might think that Team Secret are together on this one. They're really playing a safe game.
I mean, realistically, they might not have seen any of the players from Team Secret in the last round.
No.
You've got to bear in mind, it's Battle Royale, 60 players on the map, so it's very likely that they don't know that Team Secret are running such a weird strategy. Now Chuck
just
playing
by himself,
secret agent mode, sneaking on into the building.
Just looking for a max amount of medkits. I don't even know if they're bothering picking up weapons at this point in time, but they are just...
He did have a couple of guns on him there. It's going to be a kill again for SLG, just finishing off that player from Team Secret.
Yeah, he's actually just not much loot on the side of SLG right now. They've got just a Vector, as you can see on SLG 1. So they maybe are lacking a little bit on this, what we call Training Island. They are over on Training Island, usually a pretty decent loot location. Here you can see Javier Top Secret with the hunting rifle and the SVD.
We saw the hunting rifle do serious work in the last game, as we saw CC's 4th player annihilate Rampage with just that weapon alone. But Lucky Future hold up in that apartment block right there. They're going to be feeling very safe. And if we see Xavier try and move on into this situation, that's going to be a difficult nut to crack.
Got to be careful. A lot more early action opening up. We've already lost 6 members of respective teams across the board here. So teams are getting a little bit more boisterous with the way that they are looking to play. You can see LF right now are sort of all grouped up around that southwest side of the circle. Javier Team Secret in a similar location. They're actually fairly close to the LF squad at this point in time. The LF squad all on top of that hill. Javier Team Secret down the bottom end of that hill. Could see a firefight open up between them, but it looks like Javier Top Secret are taking this very slowly.
Yeah, absolutely. Only 7 players going down so far, but that is actually more than we saw last game at this point in the game. People played it a lot safer in game number 1. We've seen a little bit more action to kick this one off. But you would expect the bulk of the kills to be coming through in a couple of minutes' time, once we've had a couple more rings, once everyone's in a little bit closer proximity.
MY, you can see these guys all grouped up. They had a pretty solid last game, but nothing special to speak of. We'll be interested to going and seeing OG and seeing how they're shaping up, what position they're taking on the map. They are definitely the team that we need to watch out for. So that'll be my team to sort of keep an eye on.
Yeah, for sure. Curious to see how that's going to pan out. MY standing for sleepwalking. That's the direct translation to English, at least. Here we go, Rampage. Waldemar actually not with his team this time around.
I wonder if the European squad are now following suit from the rest of the Western teams and they're kind of playing the I guess, safer game, but risky in the sense if you don't get enough meds, you don't know how long you're going to survive.
Yeah, it's... I have to say, I'd probably go for just the fighting game personally, but then I'm not a pro, so maybe that's why.
Hell of a lot of squads, yeah.
Everyone's just outside of the zone right now. They're quite happy to tank it early on. I mean, it really doesn't do very much damage early on into the game. It's only once it's on the 2nd and 3rd rings that it starts to really tick away at your health bar.
You can see OG up near Chemical Depot. That's kind of where they went for initially. They haven't moved from that position, so we'll have to see how they perform. 2 members of Team Secret are down, by the way. That means there's 2 lots of medical kit loot that they can't actually send over to their respective partners. That is going to put Team Secret in an awkward position to try and carry out this strategy. Interested to see, looks like Vainglory veterans are not yet managing to link up on the map, but you do see quite a lot of them left alive. Actually, one of the Vainglory veterans members, I'm guessing it's Tiggs, because he did the same thing last time. He's sat in the middle in Bitter Lake. He's actually hiding in the circle at this point in time.
Hiding in plain sight. Yeah, we'll see how they're going to continue to spread out across the map, whether or not they're going to be able to pull off that kiting strategy and, you know, get in that top 5 once again, because they did manage to get 4th place just from survival alone, essentially. But those kill points just so valuable for teams like Ocean.
Chuck's got to be so careful. He's literally in the middle of the RW roster. If he gets spotted out here, he's kind of running through, and all of the RW guys are literally right around him. He's going to have to play this so carefully. I think he's realized, I think he might have spotted one of them, and is starting to run away here.
Just need to be careful. And RW, not shy to take those fights either. We've seen them very good at working as a team, very good at grouping up as a squad to take those fights, as we saw them fighting off, I believe it was Kinder earlier on.
They know. Look at him. They're waiting for him to pop his head out, and Chuck is like a sitting duck or a sitting chicken in this case.
A sitting Chuck.
A sitting Chuck. He's got a car here. He could just grab the car and go for it.
I say just pelt it, mate. Just absolutely leg it.
He's carefully calculating his trajectory.
Yeah. Looks like he is going to go for it in the end, deciding this is not a fight that he wants to take, and he's just going to scoot away.
He needs to be careful. He needs to be so careful.
He's pretty close to them. Actually crashed. His car's taken some damage. Oh my goodness, takes 1 or 2 hits. Tag but not the frag. I say that, maybe they can finish this one so close to taking that kill. And that is the advantage that playing on the night map is going to give. They can't quite see him. He's so far away, and it's so dark on the map that he's going to be able to just about get away with that one.
Chuck struggling to keep and maintain his speed right now.
Yeah, not 100% sure what's going on there, but obviously he is used to playing on iPad as opposed to iPhone, so maybe something to do with just thumbs rather than fingertips.
Let's have a look at WEDG here. They actually survived a very long time, ended up essentially placing 2nd, but realistically it was 3rd to Car. But as a team, as a whole squad, they survived very long time in towards that late game team fight with the OG squad around the observatory. Let's have a look at Rampage. Rampage look like they're all grouped up again now, so they aren't going to take that tactic that we've seen some of the other Western teams, specifically the North American teams, adopt.
Biggest difference here for Rampage is this time they're the ones inside of the building. Oh, Car is downstairs. They're going to throw some grenades upstairs. Uh-oh, Nif is going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Immediately dropped to the explosion, and in come the players. Charging on through. Waldemar taken down as well. That's 2 members of Rampage already fallen. Actually just going to finish off the down members as well. More grenades coming on through as Nif is going to drop. 2 members of Rampage gone as Car push on in. One of their players did get downed.
Oh, they're checking the corners as well. I like that. Preemptively checking the corners. Amigrini, he's trying to get out, and he's down.
There's a player from Car already waiting outside, waiting for someone to try and escape. I don't know. I think that was all of the members from Rampage in the end.
Crazy.
Oh, no, he's got away. I am crazy. Just charging across the map. He's got himself an AUG. He's even got a ghillie suit. This guy, he's been and got himself a crate. He got an AUG. He's got a Thompson as well, which both of these guns exceptionally strong.
Thompson probably the strongest SMG in the game. Very high rate of fire, huge clip size, great close to medium range weapon. Then he has an AUG, an AUG with a silencer, especially with the ghillie suit on top of it.
I think it was a compressor, not a silencer. I believe.
I'm pretty sure it's silencer.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty sure it's a silencer. The silencer is the long, thin, and it's got the holes on it. It looks like a compressor compared to other games, but I think it's actually the silencer. So he has actually got that on board his AUG. So.
All right, we'll see what he can do with that one. Certainly a very powerful weapon, very high fire rate, but not too much kickback on it, so you can get a few shots in at long range as well and do some serious damage.
It's got great automatic recoil as well, so if you're trying to spray it, especially at long range too. Does have drop-off damage though. It is a great weapon that does have drop-off damage. It functions like a normal rifle, exactly the same damage output as the AR-15, the M4, and the ACR. All of them have the same.
Spotting out these players here. There's another squad joining in as well though. SDZ, sorry, managing to get one. Oh, there's a nice shot from Hams coming on through. I don't know how you can even see these players in the dark. Phenomenal stuff coming in from him. The rest of his team chiming in as well. That is going to be a wipe. Great stuff coming out from Xavier.
What a monster. Hams with the SBD piling on the pressure from long range, and they completely wipe out SDZ. Nothing they could do about that there. They had no idea how to respond, and Hams really, really solid with that trigger finger coming through on the SVD. A very popular sniper rifle among the teams because it gives you a bit of a degree of flexibility. You don't get pulled out of scope when you use your first shot. And yeah, no drop-off damage. Decent damage actually being dealt as well. It's a very popular sniper rifle to be taken to the Gili Island.
Absolutely, and SDZ not going to be happy about that one. Here we go, Peter 720, or Peter Z20, sorry, from Team Secret. Again, running with that strategy of just trying to guide. Tiggs is just going on a pleasure cruise right now. He's got himself a boat and he's going all the way around the world. He's going to go, I think he's going to go and try and link up with the other member that's down on the south of the island.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the majority of the Vainglory veterans are looking to link up in that south side of the island, deliver meds to that one member and do exactly the same strategy. They've actually executed that strategy far better than Team Secret, who you can see are now trying to link up as well. But they've executed it far better because they haven't got into silly situations in the early game. Chuck also escaping there was a big deal for the Vainglory veterans. I think he's actually
narrowly escaping.
I think that's Tiggs actually going to meet up with Chuck as well. Although I do feel like there was one member of the Vainglory veterans actually in the circle, from what I remember.
It was originally Tiggs though, wasn't it? So maybe he's moved on now.
I don't think I'm not sure if it was Tiggs or not. I'll have to go back and check if we see them one more time. Team CC, another team that I think were a big promise in the last game, maybe coming head-to-heads with Bad Squad.
I have to see if they are going to find themselves in that situation. Here we go. T-Viper. The rest of Bads are still all together, are still all alive in this situation. But CC also up. I say that actually going to be tagged very heavily. It's going to be Viper getting the first down of this engagement. So CC, 3 players still on their feet. We'll see if they're going to be able to pick up their teammate here. Hiding behind the ridge though, so they should be okay. Viper won't be able to finish that player. Yeah,
but they are actually ending up in the zone at this point in time, so eventually they will have to move. And this is something that Bad have done classically very well. Good flank coming out here from CC4. Here comes the grenade. He's trying to get a nade onto Noobs.
They don't know. They're not even looking the right direction. This could be massive. Needs to peek
over.
Finish these players off. There's one. Is it going to be 2? Yes, it is. Phenomenal stuff from CC number 4. The same guy that wiped Rampage. Incredible play.
They got a great flank there, and they just weren't watching to their right-hand side. They were so preoccupied, and now Bads are getting essentially engaged on here 2 versus 3. And I don't know if they're going to be able to res the remainder of their squad. What an incredible move from CC4. Did exactly the same thing to Rampage last time. This time he's got another European squad that he's trying to take down. Molotov's going out left, right, and center. That should be Noobs falling to the floor. Melanie is also on her crawling phase at this point, and Viper and Raban are just backing out.
Look at the aggressive push here. He knows that he's got them on the back foot, so pushes straight over the hill, finishing off these players and looking for any survivors. And we saw the aggressive grenades going in as well, just trying to finish off the down players. Raban and Viper, last 2 remaining for Bads. At least they managed to get out with their lives, though. That is absolutely key. I say that, Viper's been found by number 1 there. Uh-oh, he has been spotted though. Maybe they can turn this into a trade. That would be best case scenario, but the rest of the team is going to be able to shoot down at Raban. He's so low. Needs to just try and get away with his life. Might just be able to do so. Just going to go prone, try and use some meds. Actually, I don't know if he has any meds. Oh, in the meantime, see you later, Hambone.
Hambone was the one that was in the circle, I believe, there. So he was getting caught out right at the end.
Hunting rifle comes through.
Yeah. Do you know what I've loved from CC so far is their ability to find flanking positions.
Yeah.
They are so good at splitting their squad up and having one member get a really big executing blow onto a flanking position. Looks like they're trying to surround onto the remainder of the Bad Squad here. It is literally just Raban versus the world as T-Viper goes down. Raban could potentially pick up a kill here, but he's only got the AN-94. It's not a great close-range weapon.
Yeah, Raban needed to get that trade there as his down teammate went down. And that is going to be Bads. Wiped off of the map now. 41 players remaining.
I actually think they might have got flanked by MY. Sleepwalking on the other side of that hill right there. They're very close right now. CC up against Sleepwalking and Bad Squad. They do not look very happy with this situation right now.
Yeah, frustration on the faces of our German players there. But they still did decently in that one. Top 2/3 almost. As Lucky Future getting tagged very heavily there, the 4th player. But still 4 players on the map right now, so not in too bad of a situation.
OG has been absolutely nowhere to be seen as Flash X goes down on the outside of the zone. One of the members of
SLG sieging onto this house and immediately wipe out the enemy squad there. Great little aggression coming on through, but OG now finally being seen.
Yeah, and they're very close to just these 2 members of SLG that are remaining. I think SLG know that Chuck is somewhere in the vicinity. You can see Chuck looks like he's actually in the circle this time round, which is really interesting, as CC now fighting up against Sleepwalking.
Yeah, Sleepwalking get the first kill though. That was a very aggressive push from that one CC player. Actually, Sleepwalking really winning out this trade at this stage. RW in the vicinity as well. They do need to be careful, but RW still keeping all players alive at this stage. CC number 1 will finally get taken down. Nice grenade there to finish him off in the end. I think that might just be the entire squad for CC, unless someone managed to get away with their lives.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, actually, yeah, CC4.
CC4, the member that has been performing the best for this CC squad. He is going to be walking into a pincer from OG right now. He has to be very careful about this position.
They are outside of the zone, though, so if he can just hold that bridge, maybe he finds a nice little...
I think he's actually outside the zone.
Oh, perhaps he's the one outside of the zone.
Yeah.
Him and OG1 then, I suppose. He's going to be able to bandage himself up, though. I don't think he knows that OG1 is going to be waiting behind him, waiting for someone to step onto this bridge. Could be in a lot of trouble, but actually I think he's going to just sneak along the side of that bridge and maybe get away with his life.
Yeah, it looked like he was going under it as well. So RW here very happily sat in the southeast side, or the southwest side, sorry, of Bitter Lake. They're holding a fort. This is kind of what happens when you have a full squad getting into a very urbanized area. They're going to take a location like a house. They're going to hold it because it covers a lot of angles for themselves, and you can use that third-person mode.
Look at this, nice strategy, hiding on top of the bridge.
Yeah. OG1 is kind of outside in the zone right now by himself.
No kind of about it, definitely just chilling over there. He's going to be popping those meds as well, like we've seen a lot of players doing, but I'm surprised he's not going to join up with the rest of his squad. And actually, now he may end up getting punished by CC there. I don't think he knows that that player is on the bridge, but here we go, Sleepwalking. Number 4 is going to be around the rest of his squad. They're trying to move on in. They are still safe in the zone right now, but they need to get into the inner circle.
Sleepwalking actually coming off the outside of OG. And finally, OG1 joins. That's a really clever tactic, by the way, holding that bridge from either side, so that if another team wants to get into the zone via the bridge, the OG1 has the flank position, can tank the circle for a little bit longer, and has that ability to just fire down. Oh, wow, we are right up in the action right now.
OG could be in trouble here. This could be massive if OG ends up going down right here. Sleepwalking, pushing aggressively, but CC still hiding on top of that bridge. You got to bear that in mind this entire fight. OG getting shots across now, trying to tag up these players. OG2, though, going to be the first one to go incredibly low in this fight. The Sleepwalking doing a really good job to start this fight correctly. RW so close. Are just going to be able to get away narrowly, but it is incredibly narrowly at that. RW1. Almost going down. And
they're right next to SLG. SLG have got a flank position on them if they want it. This is like about 5 fights going on at once. OG are very low. Sleepwalking are very low. CC is still on top of the bridge by himself. Nate's going out left, right, and center.
He's hiding this one out. OG1 actually burning alive right now. Molly coming on through. OG4, I think, has been down at this stage. Sleepwalking, they're not feeling too healthy about this one either. Nobody actually dying on either side, though. That is incredible from these two squads. And look at CC number 4. He is quite happy to just watch the fight go between... He's basically at the cinema right now, pulls out his popcorn, just watches the action. In the meantime, these two squads actually both just disengaged. They're not willing to take that 4v4.
No, OG realized that they were in a tough position, and actually there was flanking going out for left, right, and center. You can see CC here just chilling. He doesn't want to get anywhere close to the remainder of these two teams. And the RW squad look like they've lost a fight to Lucky Future.
We are in top 30 now as well, so this is where it starts to get really interesting for these two teams. These however many teams are remaining. Oh no, SLG burnt alive, the entire room on fire from that molly. He's going to be dropped on down, and this could be the end of the SLG squad. It's all on player number 3. Needs to pull out a miracle right now. Will be able to heal himself up slightly, still safe in the zone, but his teammates have all gone down. Pull out your shotgun, my friend. That's going to be what you're needing in this kind of situation.
The car squad.
Not happy to push too aggressively. I don't think he actually knows where this last player is. He's going to be peeking on into this room. This could be the end of his life if he goes too aggressive.
I think he knows the grenade's going to start to come out here. He doesn't want to get caught off. Just into the back end.
That's not going to hit him, though.
It's not going to hit him as MY actually push in. There is... Oh, that's actually going to be OG taking a lot of damage. Oh, what a kills!
Oh my goodness, sneaks in behind him, but the rest of the team now knows where he is. Needs to be careful. Needs to get that healing on the go as well. Sleepwalking, watching out. He can see his teammates that have been down. I think CC might just be out of meds, though. He's now out of the zone. No, he was healing that whole time. I didn't see the animation going off there.
Oh my word.
Back out once again. Those couple of players are downed.
He might have single-handedly, as CC4 gets 2 knocks onto the sleepwalking, he's also going to get...
I think he got another one.
And he dies outside the safe zone. I think he got tagged and died outside the safe zone. But he might have single-handedly gifted OG a position in this game, because he's wiped out sleepwalking, and Rampage have been eliminated. I don't know how Rampage got eliminated, but...
Perhaps just outside of the zone.
I feel like that was a lot earlier. I feel like Rampage was a lot earlier in this game.
No, one player got away,
yes, it was one player got away.
Here we go. It's going to be Xavier top secret now. Still 4 players alive for this squad. This is a squad that we've been keeping our eyes on. Obviously, the team from Thailand, the only representative from their region. And Hams had a beautiful highlight earlier on in this game. We'll see if he can keep that up against Lucky Future here.
Yeah, they are trying to get position on Lucky Future. There are a couple of members of OG and Sleepwalking hanging around the sides at this point, but actually Xavier Top Secret are in the better position in this scenario because Car are also on the side of Lucky Future, so there is a battle going on outside the zone, and I think this could be Lucky Future almost getting wiped out here. There is just 1 member of Lucky Future left alive. I think that is 4, although I believe 3 is going to go down.
3 is outside the zone and downed, I think. So he's going to be dropping shortly. I'm curious about what OG are doing, in all honesty, because we've not seen them in a while, and that is the team to watch in this entire tournament right now, based on game number 1. They were so close to going down in the last fight, but SLG went down outside of the safe zone. Feels bad, man. 4 players still alive for Car, though. Another Chinese team, another big contender in this tournament. Throwing bombs into your house that's not even in the zone right now. There's going to be RW going down as well. Another one of these Chinese squads that was in those firefights.
Xavier Top Secret have really performed this game though, but let's keep our eyes on Sleepwalking and OG2. Car also pretty healthy at this point in time, but I've got to give credit where credit is due. Xavier Top Secret get it down onto Car outside. This is great stuff from the team from Thailand as they get flanked just a little bit, but Juke manages to save his life.
Yeah, Jukex just about surviving that one, but Team Secret has been eliminated now, so the American team just trying to survive as long as possible. It isn't going to pan out in the end. Sleepwalking, their last man standing, but he's actually still in the zone. He can still make things happen. In the meantime, Lucky Future, again, just a singular player remaining, but so long as they're in the zone, so long as they're safe, that's all that matters, as SLG are going to be eliminated.
It's a very, very small circle now. The next circle is going to really chunk you if you're outside the zone. And that's the last member of Sleepwalking, and he goes down.
Another team dropped. 11 players remaining, almost in our top 10. Team Secret. Xavier Top Secret, sorry. Doing a great job so far in this one, but Lucky Future need to get in the zone right now. I think he's just about run out of meds here. And now we're going to see Card trying to push on in. Any grenades over in that area are going to do serious damage. Good tags onto number 2. Can't quite finish off the kill, though. Needs some support from the rest of his team. Ryan tagged as well. And that's going to be Tiggs actually killed outside of the zone. Feels bad, man, for Tiggs. Couldn't heal through it all. But here we go. LF managing to get 1 kill. Managing to get a few kills for themselves. Hams answers, though, in the end. And it's going to be Xavier Top Secret doing a phenomenal job in this fight. Car trying to push on in, but only 2 members remaining now. Top Secret doing phenomenally. They have got a really great position. That's Vainglory of Veterans finally going down with Tiggs, but another great position finish for them. And this is right at the end of it. I've got to give credit to Xavier Top Secret. They've got great help. They've got a hold on position on the top of the roof. They're covering all angles in that respect. They've got someone in or about the house nearby. They have every single member left alive, which means I think there's only 3 teams left. I think there's 1 member of OG and 2 members of Car. I didn't see any members of OG recently. OG2. I think maybe they just got wiped out. OG2. Oh, yeah, he's inside the building. I didn't see him there. Just hiding away. I like it. Car almost going down. Car 2, I think the last man remaining. 1 more tag will finish that squad. And there we go. Car removed from the game. 5 players left. It's the entire squad for Xavier Top Secret up against OG number 2. Hiding away in the building. He's just playing this one as safe as is humanly possible. He's been found out, though. Spraying coming on through. And he is going to go down. There we have it. It's going to be Xavier Top Secret from Thailand taking first place in our 2nd game of the day. I talked to the Xavier Top Secret coach. He was very confident about the play coming out from this team. They are situated just right behind us on the English casting desk over here. And that was a great performance. They had some incredible long-range sniper battles. They held the zone. The circle did favour them. Let's give credit to that. The circle did favour them. But they had a